All right, everybody, welcome to English 9 class. I'm so happy you're here. Okay, so you guys should have all received these Study Sync textbooks. Let me hold them up. So mine came Study Sync. And when you're taking grade 9 English, it should say empathy. Okay, now mine came in 4 different books. Now I know that they told me some of them come in one book. Okay, so these are great textbooks. I love them, and I think you're going to really like them too. Okay, so I'm going to go over how to use these textbooks today and how to get your first couple assignments done in English. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you can check it out. Okay, so welcome to English 9A. I'm Mrs. Lemaster, and this is the textbook option. So today, it's a day in the life of an English student taking the textbook option English, okay? This, as Jason White, you should have watched the intro video done by Jason White, and he explained that this course and this option is designed so that you can do most of it offline, all right? So I'm gonna go over how to do that today. Now, before you can start working offline, you need to visit the textbook website and print off the pacing guide. So let me go ahead and go there. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Okay, so when you go to the textbook website, you're going to click on the English you are taking. So hopefully you're put in the correct English class. This is English 9. And hopefully you received your English textbook. Now, if you didn't, we can get around that. You don't just sit at home and think, oh, I don't know my textbooks. I guess I don't have to do anything, right? No, that's wrong. We can always get work done, okay? And I started you guys off nice and slow so that you can kind of get your bearings and, not feel like you're already behind. Okay, so you click on English 9, and then after you click on English 9, this is my English 9 page. You can read my little message here. Then you're going to come over here and click on the pacing guide. This is your map. This is how you know what to do every day. So your mom doesn't have to tell you, your guardian. I don't have to email you every day and tell you what to do. It's already mapped out for the whole semester. So when you click on your pacing guide, you'll see here that August 21st for B track is a little assignment where you're going to send me an email message and just telling me a little bit about yourself. Once I receive that message, I'm going to go into N grade. Okay, this is N grade, and I'm going to find you, and I'm going to add 10 points. And that way I know that you listened to my little welcome message, you got my welcome email, you found the pacing guide, and then you are on track, ready to get started in our English class. So if you're feeling ambitious and you think, you know what, I can handle more than sending a little email in a day, then you can earn some extra credit by going to bitmoji.com and creating your little emoji character. So here's my little one that I made for today. You will see that change periodically. You can earn 20 extra credit points by making a Bitmoji character and adding it to your N grade profile. So that will be fun to see what yours looks like. Okay, so then if you've done both of those things and you're thinking, you know what, this class is easy, I've got this, then I'm going to give you an opportunity to work ahead. Let's just get ahead while we can, right? So you can go down here to first read, close read, marigolds. Complete think questions and choose 2 focus questions. Okay, so this is where I'm going to explain how to do this. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that I can show you in the actual books. Okay, so you've been online a little bit, right? You've been checking your email, you've downloaded your pacing guide, but once you have your pacing guide printed off, stick it in the front of your book. Keep it right there. And then if you're traveling or maybe you do things that you can't always be on a computer, and that's probably why you picked this option, or maybe your parents just don't like you on the computer all the time. Once you have the pacing guide printed off, all you need is the pacing guide, that this book, and a notebook where you can write all your answers. Now you can type your answers too. I love typed work. It's nice and easy to read. But if you don't, that's okay. All right, so when you open this book, this is such a funny book, right? Because I've looked everywhere and I do not see where it says grade 9. But you'll know it's grade 9 if it's yellow and it has empathy. So empathy is our theme for the whole unit, okay? So you open up the book. Where do I find that marigold assignment? Okay, so you can read this part, then it gives us this really nice explanation of how this curriculum works. So there's a first read, okay? So during your first reading of each excerpt, you should just try to get a general idea of the content and message of the reading. So you're supposed to read each story 2 times. So you read it the first time, and you just kind of see if you can understand it. That's it. Then you go through and answer the think questions. Okay, then you're supposed to read it again. So you read the same story over, which I find that I get a lot more out of an excerpt if I read it more than one time. All right, then you're going to choose 2 focus questions to answer. You don't have to answer all of them. All right, so this is a really helpful page. Okay, hopefully you can see it. I'll come back a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay. This page here is the table of contents. I know you guys all know what a table of contents is. So all of the stories listed here are all of the stories you have to read for Unit 1. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3. So we've got Marigolds, To Kill a Mockingbird, The Jungle, Lift Every Voice and Sing, Statement on the Assassination of MLK, The Harvest Gypsies, Endangered Dreams, The Grapes of Wrath, Tuesday Siesta, and that's it. And guess what? The common thread between all of these is the theme empathy. So these aren't just random stories they threw in here. Nope, there's a thread. And I want you to think about that thread as you're reading. What is empathy? Okay, so this is the first story. Okay, you can see Marigold. So you're going to read this story. Okay, read the story. It's 1 page, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pages long. But guess what? I gave you lots of days to do this. So easy peasy. All right, so then after you read the whole story 1 time, you're going to answer these questions. They're think questions. Okay, see right there at the bottom of the page? It says, how do we know that Lizbeth is on the verge of becoming an adult? Refer to several details from the text. So this is a loaded question, okay? And the key here is refer to several details from the text. So what do I want you to do? Your answer to this first question is going to be rather long, okay? You're going to write your answer. Then you're going to go back through the story. And hopefully when you read the story, you underlined, because these are consumable books. So you can underline, circle, and you can say, well, I noticed that Lizbeth is on the verge of becoming an adult when she said this, right? So I want you to use quotations. I want you to refer back to the story a lot. Do I want 1 sentence as an answer? No, I don't. Okay. Now let's go back here. So when is this assignment due? Okay. So, you know what I'm going to even do for you guys? I'm going to give you a little bit of extra time on this assignment because it's long. It is long. Okay. So what I'm going to have you do is you read the story. Okay. Then you're going to answer those questions. And then after you answer the questions, let me go ahead and share my screen here. Okay. Share my screen. Where is that pacing guide? Okay. Okay. So after it says first read, close read, marigolds, complete think and focus questions. So I know you're like, wow, that's a lot of work. I have to read a 9-page story and I have to answer 7 questions. Okay, I know it's a lot, right? But I've given you a lot of time to do it, all right? So if you look here, you have all week. You don't have to get this done until the 25th, and it's the 21st. So don't leave it till the last minute. You're going to want to get started on it right away. And then there's a quiz on Friday on marigolds. So how do we find the quiz? That's a great, great question. Let's go ahead and go to end grade. So just to review, you're going to print the pacing guide. You're going to find your Study Sync textbooks here. You're going to complete the first marigolds assignment. You can type out your answers or write them out. You're going to complete all the think questions, so 5 think questions, and then you're going to choose 2 of these focus questions. These focus questions are very detailed, so you can choose 2 of them to complete. You know what? Look, just because it's the first week of school and I know it's hard to get back to it, I'm going to allow you to choose 1 focus question. How about that? Yeah? Okay. Choose 1 focus question. Just because I'm super nice. Okay. All right. So then you're going to go, so it says complete Marigold's quiz on end grade. How do I do that? You're going to go to your end grade. So you should receive your end grade login from Mr. Jason White. And then when you click on English 9, if I click on this right now, it's going to show student names, so I'm not going to click on that right now. But if you click on English 9, on the left-hand side, it will say tests and quizzes. You're going to click on tests and quizzes, and then you should see the Marigolds quiz. So yeah, Marigolds quiz right there. And the nice thing about the Marigolds quiz is that there are only 2 questions on it. Okay, so that's it, 2 questions. All right, so then after you guys have done that, we're going to go on to the next assignment. So now one tricky little thing is that you are going to be turning in all of your think and focus questions at one time. All right, so that's why I kind of think it's easier to be typing your questions out, but you know, if you have access to a computer. If you don't have access to word process on the computer, then you can definitely handwrite them, but that's going to be a lot of handwriting, and then you can't run spell check, and then when you turn it in, it's going to be lots and lots of pages. So I would highly recommend doing that. So anyway, okay, so then when we go here, first read, close read, so you're going to read Marigolds. So remember, all of the stories are in this Study Sync book. And this is all of Unit 1, okay? So we've got Marigold, To Kill a Mockingbird. Now you're not reading the whole novel yet, you're just reading one short part of it, of the novel. You're gonna read The Jungle, Lift Every Voice and Sing, Statement on the Assassination of MLK, and so on. So it goes all the way down, and then you're going to turn in, it says here, submit all think and focus questions grade in one Word document or a Google document. Oh, and I think someone's here and I can hear you, just so you know you're on my recording. Okay, so all of the answers to these stories are worth 520 points. Okay, so this is a lot, right? This is a lot of work. And I'm just wondering, let's see here. Yeah. Okay, so you can turn all of these in. Now, what's going to happen if you try to wait until November 22nd, or sorry, not November, September 22nd, and turn all these and get them all done in one day? Are you going to be able to do that? Absolutely not, right? Because as we saw, the stories they range from 2 pages to 5 pages. They're not long stories. But the questions are quite involved, and so you just want to make sure that I gave you 2 days basically per story to get it done. And so 2 days to get it done. And then after we read through all of these short stories, we're going to read a novel. We're going to be reading To Kill a Mockingbird. We're going to be writing an essay and then taking a test on Unit 1, and that's it. That's the end of it, of Unit 1. So the whole semester is 2 units long. And that's pretty much it. And then the second unit looks just like the first unit. It's set up the same way. You're going to read 10 stories, You're going to read a novel, you're going to do a research project, and you're going to take a test. That's it. Okay. All right, you guys, thanks so much for coming today. I will be in my Zoom room at 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. to help you guys out. Also, you can email me, you can text me. However, I can help you get started and be successful in this class. I am here to help you. All right, you guys have an awesome day. And there you go. Hello, how's it going?